What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetically Black. Never broken, always empowered. I am Brittany, joined by my co-hosts, Jamal and Rich. What's good?
Yo.
What up?
How y'all feeling?
Alright. I was off today.
I wasn't off. Normal schedule as far as work it goes, and then from work straight into home life. So normal schedule. I'm about to steal y'all's Xfinity, and
Okay. Respect for being robbed live on air.
watch
You
it.
ever wonder if Rich robs me? This is where you see it happen.
What y'all been up to? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a week, but it's been a week. I've been okay, just working. Just been tired. For the most part, that's about it. Like Snuggles goes to school, I go to work. I'm at work until 9, 10. On the weekends, I get off at midnight. So yeah, but my Mother's Day was nice. Jamal had to work, unfortunately, but I got to go to the farmer's market with the boys. They were doing this big like festival in our neighborhood, the Green Man Festival, which is basically like a nature deity. I don't know from what culture. Honestly, I didn't take the time to do
Didn't
the
bother
studies.
to read up. She just wanted to go to the farmer's market.
I just wanted to go to the farmer's market, and I had to work. Like it was mandatory that I work this week because the festival took place outside of my job, like right in front of it.
Like there's a little square, and they were just right there.
Yeah, so it was busy, but I mean, it was cool. And yeah, overall, that's
I would like to point out that work is never mandatory.
right. I mean, everybody was scheduled. How about that?
I definitely would have like, no, thank you. I'm not coming.
I feel that.
And then showed up to the festival.
I see me walking around outside buying shit right up front. I would like that necklace.
But yeah.
I finished Jujutsu Kaisen today. I'm caught up. My job did tell me on Mother's Day that I would be looking at like all things going good to get promoted by the end of the month. Like, so yeah, you know,
That's good. That's good. Somebody's got good news. It's just, Brittany's dying.
Yeah, my bad, John.
Yeah. But no, that's actually part of the how everyone's day is going is part of the conversation, man. Because in today's world, you kind of have to both be working and you kind of have to go to work. Because if not, you're gonna be out of a goddamn house in no fight. The average American lives paycheck to paycheck, and most Americans get paid every 2 weeks. So that means we got just enough money to make it to the next 2 weeks of our lives, and most Americans
nothing happens.
$1,000 in their savings account. So anything unexpected happens, most of us are shit out of luck.
Yeah, don't let your tire pop. Don't let a kid have to go to the doctor. Right. Don't let something unexpectedly come up. Don't let your gym membership hit you with the, hey, this is the annual time that you pay.
It's not $10, it's $50.
What? Yeah, I feel like that was a shot at me.
Nah, I had a friend at work. She said that she had to lock her card up during the shift because, like, it was her time to pay for Planet Fitness. Like, they wanted to take their whole 50.
Yeah, that happens right around noon.
No.
No, I get a lot of phone calls. Like every day, I get a phone call. We got a charge of for an extra $40. It's your annual fee. I already know what you're asking about, sir. When you say extra charge, I already know what you're talking about. It's your annual fee. No, we didn't double charge you. No, it's not. It's your annual fee. You forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
Oh, congratulations! It's your 1 year anniversary.
No, we charge you 60 days after you start. You're not even here for a year before we charge you.
That's hilarious.
You're there for 2 months, and then we make you pay it. A lot of places make you pay it up front.
That's real, not annual.
Mm-hmm. But it's crazy because when I say like you have to work, like the houses are no longer one income's like sustainable unless that one person is like multi-millionaire or like makes I can't even say 6 figures anymore. You have to make a high 6 figures, like
Yeah.
500.
You gotta have 6 figures and live in low income.
Yeah, because even your average, let's just say 110,000, like that's barely sustainable when it comes to like maintaining a household for your day-to-day things. A lot of people think like, oh, that's a lot of money. No. When you think about the way inflation hits motherfuckers and how high groceries is getting, gas and insurance for each thing, it's not all that much. Now, when you compare it to the average salary, say in Houston, the average salary I think is like $56,000 a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing,
right?
Like, especially compared to the cost of living that's out here.
Yeah. So, how much would you say, like, well, renting wise, right? How much would you say, like, a 2-bedroom?
So right now, I got a 3-bedroom. Our rent is $1911 a month. That's a 3-bedroom apartment. A 2-bedroom is about $1750, right? And we stay in like not a really nice area, but not a bad area either. We stay like in the middle. We're talking a high-end area. You're talking 2,000 plus. Like there's apartments down the street that's $2,000 for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
And then of course you can go to the hood and get a 2-bedroom for, $1,200. But the issue is
like 14. Yeah.
The issue is a lot of those places are income based.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I really take issue with a lot of shit that says income based, right? Because a lot of motherfuckers make too much money. Too much. If you make $26,000, you make too much to qualify for assistance.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
$26,000 is like $13 an hour.
Yeah.
That's $700 every fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that?
And that's not
overqualified.
But, right. But then it's like, when it comes to housing, especially in this area, I know, and I'm sure it's like that across the United States, that they're backlisted. So it's not even like if you make this small amount of money, you automatically can get into, low income housing, because you can't, because there's people waiting to be
because that list is even longer. Government assistance, you can't get that because you make too much, or there's 2 people in your house. So like effectively, I feel like they've made the system where you have to be a single person with 3 kids who don't get no help. And then if you start working, then we're going to take you off of government. Like they want you to be dumb poor.
Yeah. Or they force you to put the other parent on child support in order to get assistance in certain cases.
Uh-huh. And it's damn near impossible for vets to get assistance. The moment they find out you get you make too much. You get disability. You make too much.
Right.
Like, I'm disabled for a reason, sir.
Right.
If anything, I should be on the top of the list to get help.
Exactly.
It's crazy how they treat people like that. Like the middle class citizens in this country definitely get fucked the hardest.
Yeah, and I've always said, like, it's a crime to be broke in a lot of cases.
It absolutely is, because like if you leave jail, they make you pay restitution. And if you can't pay restitution, that's what they're going to do to your ass.
Yeah, you go back to jail.
And it's like, that's a shame because like you come out and they're like, oh, well, we can't find a job. And yeah, there are all these places now that help you. But like, that's literally a crime to be broke. And people don't tell you that. Because once you get into the system, it's very hard to get out. Like, they don't look at you like, oh man, you made a mistake one time when you were young. Nah. You fucked up and now you're no longer fit.
Or like you couldn't afford to pay a parking ticket, or a series of them. You're just going through some shit. You're not working. You can't pay. Now your license is suspended. Now you go to jail.
Yeah, it gets drastically harder.
Yeah,
like that's their answer. Oh, you can't pay? We're gonna make shit drastically harder.
Exactly.
Which is gonna make you more stressed. Which is gonna cause you to do more dumb things. Which is going to ruin your credit, ruin that. We're going to effectively ruin you financially.
Right.
Altogether. And then, that degree that you paid, $95,000 for, well, that shit's useless. No one's going to hire you anyway. Because
because
They don't want to. Or when we do hire you, we're going to start you off at bare minimum. And we're going to allow companies to pay you bare fucking minimum. But working all day.
The worst is you get out, you got this degree, you try to find a job, you can't. 6 months later, now this pops up on your credit score saying you owe what's her name?
Sally Mae.
So now Sally Mae's on your ass. You're going to school like they told you to, and now you can't find a job. Mm-hmm. And they like,
or you can't find a job that actually pays you what
you can afford to live.
What your degree should be worth. Yeah. If I'm spending this much on that degree, that means I should be making X amount coming out.
I should make enough to cover what my degree.
Nowadays, minimum wage jobs are requiring bachelor's degrees.
Yeah, you require that just to not hire me or just to pay me fucking $30,000 a year.
Right.
Like they're just now, it's 2023. They're just now raising what they can pay a tip person. So like waiters, waitresses, they now get what's coming up closer. But not right now. I think it's like what?
I think I love servers, but I will always take the issue up with restaurants not paying their waitresses.
Absolutely.
No, I agree.
If the restaurant makes set amount money, you are not tipping the person that made the food for you. You don't tip the person who put it on the menu. You tip the person who brought it out to you because the restaurant tells you, I'm not going to pay them because it is customary for you to tell me to pay me for how much their service is worth. I didn't hire them to do the job. Why should I have to pay them?
Yeah, that's bullshit. Restaurants make millions of dollars a year.
Yeah, everybody should be paid
with low ass payroll.
A livable wage, or at least minimum wage for the state. There shouldn't be a separate minimum wage for tips.
Yeah, personnel. When you go out overseas,
I mean, but allowed to be just that extra tips on top.
Yeah,
like. For doing good.
That's what you give your bartender.
We pay you your salary, and then you got tipped by the customer for being a good whatever the fuck, right? Because you can tip your barber. Huh?
So was this a contentious argument at BlurCon?
Like, yeah, because I don't want to say I'm a vivid non-tipper, but I mean, holy fuck! Don't get mad at me because I choose not to tip. Like that's my issue. Don't get pissed off at me because I choose not to. I chose not to because. That's all I got.
That waitress deserved to be tipped.
I got $15 and my meal was $14.30. Guess what?
I understand that, and I've been there, especially on like a DoorDash delivery.
It is what it is. Don't get mad at me because they didn't pay. They paid you $2. Like get mad at them for paying you $2.
Yeah. Now you don't want delivered to my house because
you know how it will change when servers say, you know what, we're going to boycott and we're not going to work at restaurants. And now restaurants have to figure out how to get food to customers.
Yeah.
Are you going to pay the cook to make it and deliver it?
Yeah. Nope. Because honestly, that's how my job works. I'm paid, a certain amount, and then I'm tipped. And due to tips, I get paid like $6 to $7 more per hour. Yeah, because on top of what was already a good base pay.
You know who gets their money when like CEOs or like GMs or shit, they have a base salary plus bonuses.
Yeah.
Why can't you do the same thing for fucking waitresses? Give them a base pay rate plus tips.
They can because my job does that. Like we are actually in the tip pool as like because I work prep. I technically should not be in the tip pool. But that's how they put the money back. It's like, oh, well,
I don't like that shit either. Don't make one big ass tip bowl and give me, especially if I'm the one working the line and you're not. They used to do that shit at Jersey Mike's. We have a tip bowl at the end of it. Motherfuckers that ain't worked all day come in for 2 hours, get half the. Nah, hell no. Hell no.
I want my tips.
Fuck no. You work 2 hours, you don't get no goddamn tip.
Nah. But I mean, it should be like preferential to what you work. Like, if you work 2 hours, you shouldn't get access to 20.
Who's gonna sit there and figure out the math for somebody that came in and worked 2 hours during peak time for tipping?
The computer.
Not if you tipping in cash.
Oh, so at my job, the cash goes to the bank and then it gets divvied up from there into the check.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Because what if you worked lunch rush where you made $400 in tips and then I came in and worked the evening shift where they only made $30 in tips. That's $430 for the day, and now we gonna all divide it up. The fuck?
Yeah, give me my money.
No, nigga, you didn't work the lunch rush.
Don't matter. Give me my money.
So we had mentioned earlier, like inflation and stuff like that. Jamal and I have, if you want to grab it, man, our wedding date, we have this like, we have this panel picture where it has like the cost of living. Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, from the day we got married and like the songs that were popular, et cetera, et cetera.
That's probably the gayest shit I've ever seen in my life.
We didn't get it.
I got it.
I got
it.
Was it a gift?
Yeah, it was a gift.
Okay. From you to you, or was it a gift from someone else?
It was from me to him. It was an anniversary gift from me to him. It's okay. It's okay. It can be gay. That's fine. It can be whatever you want it to be. But anyways, on here it shows a gallon of milk in 2019 being $2.91, and in 2017 being $3.16.
Now I said to her, it should have had eggs on there. That's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, there were no eggs. A loaf of bread was more or less the same at about $1.30. A new car in 2019 was $27.8. Gallon of gas was $2.88.
Yeah, that shit's gone.
We're far from that.
That shit's almost at $4.
A new home, $255,400.
Yeah, good luck with that shit too.
Yeah, that's also
way.
I mean, if you get that, the amount of money you'll have to put into that house.
Into it, you might as well just bought a $400,000 home.
Right, point. Exactly. Average income at 48,000, and then the Dow Jones was at 24. But and that was just 4 years ago.
Yeah, crazy.
So like, yeah, the amount of things that have just gone up.
It's just crazy because it's hard. It's harder for a lot of people out here, normal people, to try to find decent jobs that pay a decent wage to live their lives and not have to worry about, are my life gonna get cut off next week, right? Yeah. And I'm not even talking about the people, because I understand that there's some people who don't understand financial, like, okay, maybe don't spend all of my money. But for those who have no choice,
that's our financial literacy month.
You know, but if they're just back on bills, you know, because last month I was laid off, I couldn't do anything. So this month I have to take all the money I made to pay for all the shit that I missed.
That you missed, right?
But now I'm still behind this month, so I got to work again. And you're in a loop that's never ending.
And for me, as a mother who has a child who just became of age to go to school, finding remote work has not been as easy as people make it seem. So COVID made it easier, but now everyone's back to norm.
Yeah, essentially, they want you in the office. They want to see you. Like,
exactly. So trying to
do some remote days, but like a fully remote job is like,
that shit's gone.
Trying to find childcare, first of all, and be able to afford childcare, especially if you're not in a 2-parent household or just a dual income household. It's damn near impossible if you don't have family who's willing to do it for you. Right. So like being at home for the last 3.5 years, not really being able to work, and then like when I was working, I wasn't making like consistent income. It's stressful, and I'm very thankful. I haven't really looked into what the bill was that Biden recently put into place, but I'm pretty sure to my understanding, it opened up like preschool within the public school system so that 3-year-olds can go to school and people can get back into the workforce.
Somebody said they got a role for you, but it's in New Orleans.
Corey always has a role for me. So Corey he used to be my manager at Barnes & Noble. I don't know, like a long time ago. I don't want to age myself or him. How long ago it is. But everywhere he goes.
But see, that's the thing though. It's like one of us has to take care of the house. The other one needs to go work.
Yeah.
Because if we both go work, then no one's going to take care of the house. If we're both at home, no one's fucking working.
Yeah.
So
Right. And
like,
through the pandemic, we've experienced all of that. And now we're both working, and it's a tight schedule. It's a tight, like, I get Snugs to school, I go to work, he picks him up, or he goes to work, he picks him up. We're right on the deadline of that 15-minute grace period every day.
Like shit, I be pushing it.
And then by the time I get home, I'm exhausted. I'm not. It's too late for me to eat dinner, and it is what it is. Like, it's not an enjoyable life being middle class or
because, I mean, like when I say like our schedule's like super tight, like I'm up 3 a.m. work till noon. I have the 2 hours to work out, and then after that, I have to pick up the kids, pick the kids up, drop them off. By the time I'm done dropping them off, I got to go pick up Brittany. We only have one car, so I got to go pick up. By the time I pick Brittany up, we make it back home. It's 6 o'clock. We have to get dinner. By the time we're done dinner, it's 8. Time for bed because I have to be right back up at 3. Like,
exactly.
And that cycle keeps going every day. And if you miss, like, if one thing is thrown off, it fucks up the whole schedule.
Yeah.
Somebody's either being late, being picked up from school, or somebody has to find a ride somewhere because it fucks the whole thing up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I feel like that's kind of like something I've heard a lot of people talking about with millennials, with our age group, due to inflation and just the cost of living. We're struggling more than our parents were in any other generation at this age.
Yeah, but the way shit definitely, I mean, I understand that you made less then. Things cost a lot less, but like one person was able to go to work to be able to sustain everything.
To sustain a whole family on minimum wage.
Now it is almost impossible for somebody that makes average wage, say $60,000. Let's keep it at $60,000. To maintain a household by themselves while running a family. And, I'll even keep an average family of 3, or, where it's just you, spouse, and then child.
One child, yeah.
Right? One child. Even that's like hectic. Now, I know it's a little different if it's just you and spouse, because if it's you and spouse, you guys can tough it out. If you're like, oh shit, ain't no dinner, fuck it, we'll go to bed, like hungry.
Right, yeah.
Hey,
I can't do that.
I walk here because I ain't got shit to do. Like, you don't have to. But when you add in, it's that fucking child. When you add that shit in, the game changes drastically.
It does.
The game changes drastically, and it's like, and it's not even that children are expensive. It's that they're fucking inconvenient. That's what the fuck they are. It's not very expensive, because most of them, to be fair and honest, are not that expensive.
Yeah, they're not at young age.
You can really diaper it, hand me down it just a little bit, buy in bulk, and you'll be decent. And they're pricey, but they're not expensive. Motherfuckers are inconvenient as fuck. Like, holy shit, I got somewhere to go. Damn, I gotta take the baby. I gotta do this. Damn, I gotta pack the baby up. Do this, do that. I gotta get up an hour early.
Damn, I gotta take the kid with me.
Yeah, or I
gotta find somebody to watch the baby while I go to work, or while I do this. I gotta find this, find that. It's like, wow.
Or the kid is sick. Like, you take them to school. I know there was once we took Izzy to school, and we got a call from the teacher. Like, no, we didn't even make it home before we had to turn back around and go get it.
But then now you gotta call your job and say, hey, my child is sick. I don't have a babysitter. I don't have anybody to watch them.
Yeah,
so now,
and that's the main. That's where
I gotta stay home.
The workplace comes in, like just the not wanting to hire mothers or single parents as a whole because of the inconveniences of having a child.
Because when they found out I had a kid, the first thing they asked was, who would be picking your kid up?
Yeah.
Right. And it's not even the inconvenience of the job. That's what I've come to find out. It's not the inconvenience of the job. It's the fucking lazy managers that don't want to step in and fill in for shit. Fact. It's like, oh, hey, we understaffed. That was your first fucking problem, is you fucking understaffed because you don't want to pay payroll.
You knew this when you looked at the schedule that you were going to be understaffed.
You're understaffed, but not only are you understaffed, you don't want to fill in. I legit looked my manager looks me in the eyes like, we don't have anybody for Sunday. And I'm like, oh no, we only have one person working on Sunday. And I'm like, that's kind of fucked up to only have one person working. He's like, well, we don't have anybody else. And I looked at him. He was like, what, you think I'm going to work on Sunday? Yes, because we don't have anybody else.
Right.
Like, that's why you get paid.
That's why you get paid what you get paid to step and in. But it's those type of managers that be like, oh no, I'm not filling in. I'm going home. I'm going to live. I'm going to be with my family. You don't think they want to be with their family?
That's hilarious because it's true.
Like, what the fuck? And it's just like, Jesus, you guys, like, but nah, I guess it is. I don't want to say it is what it is because there's definitely been a revolution when it comes to jobs where motherfuckers are like, no, we're going on strike. But that's what we ain't seen in a good while. A good union strike. But motherfuckers like, we're not.
There's a writer's strike happening right now. But
American Airlines pilots are striking.
oh yeah, they are.
Mm.
Yeah, they are. But I think overall, like
those are the jobs that actually have decent wages and fucking treat people right, or ones with unions.
Well,
Yeah.
they're striking for work-life balance and to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Which I understand because if
I
I'm
get
a
the
pilot,
work-life balance because at this point we have a shortage of pilots, so they're burning them, on both ends.
so it's like, nah, bro, I need.
Yeah, and that's a complicated job. I mean,
I want a well-rested pilot. I would take, and this is, I know I don't really mean this, but I would pay more to have less flights, if that makes sense, if the pilots are well rested. I don't have time for you to be tired and trying to get me to Miami and we don't make it safe.
Yeah, nah, bro, take a nap. Like, I need you well rested. Like, come in off of 8 hours of sleep, like minimally. I need you to be like, nope, I'm chilling.
Okay, yes and no. Most airlines are autopilot, so I don't need the motherfucker to have like 20-hour beauty rest.
I
do because I need you, if it go down, I need you to be Sully.
Your shit's on autopilot, and the average flight is like 2 hours. Like, come on now, and it's two of them. Both of y'all niggas need 40 hours of sleep before. Like, come on.
I don't know, my guy. Like, it's a long flight. How long was your flight to DC?
My flight to DC was 3.5 hours.
All right, you don't think that's a long flight that you need 8 hours of sleep for? Like, you wouldn't rather have a flight
I would say yes if I was actively flying it. They're not. It's on autopilot.
But what if something happens?
See, you one of those if people. No, nigga, there are safety features that literally prevent 1,000 things from happening.
Yeah, and then I need the pilot that's gonna prevent the one time where it won't save it.
And you think the one time you get on it is the one time where it go down?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
I absolutely do.
Not.
Listen, I am the author of my own story. I can't predict what's going to happen with other niggas. I can't be like, oh,
I'm not saying give me a dirt tired pilot. I'm saying the nigga don't need 40 hours of beauty sleep and then a whole day off because he flew for 2 hours on an autopilot fucking flight.
No, I'm not saying he needs a whole day off, but I'm saying, like, if they aren't at least getting the minimum of what they want or they expect out of a like work-life balance, then they should be able to get that. Like, I am all for
it. Depends on the job. There might not be a work-life balance. If you're flying and I'm a pilot, half your life is in the air. That's your life.
Or another
what they call them assistance things, the flight attendants. That's your life. To fly, your job is to be on planes and fly everywhere. That's your life.
It's like being on a cruise ship.
So I would say find a job that doesn't require you to travel like that. What life are you gonna have if your job requires you to travel? You got to go to London. Now you got to go here. You have to go there.
I mean, but they need to make that more exciting for people because, like, what if
people are flight attendants who choose to become flight attendants?
No, but it's not about the flight attendants. It's about the flight pilots. They're having a pilot shortage already. Now, if you're telling me they're having a shortage,
people had to come out of retirement,
and niggas had to come out.
I think that's because people
aren't
interested in being pilots. They don't. It's the hassle of becoming a pilot. A lot of people, especially now, they don't want to go through a lot of shit to do a job. Like training, if the shit's more than 30 minutes, I don't really want to do it. And shit's tough. I go to school to be a pilot, and I'm here for fucking 9.
I'm so dead.
Or a lot of jobs don't give me like job security. Like, why would I go to school, become a pilot, do all these hours of flying, and I don't have a job at the end of this shit?
But you will, because there's a shortage.
Well, yeah, now, but I'm saying before, if there's no guaranteed job at the end of this shit, what am I doing this for?
No, I feel you. I feel you.
Does the private sector just offer more money? Where it's, you know, where I make more points.
There's always a need for private jet drivers, flyers, whatever, operators.
They go by pilots.
But yeah. What else would you say, Rich, that you've noticed specifically since the pandemic that has changed or increased?
I would say a lot of the stuff. So, like, I think a lot of companies are lying about. I think they want to be understaffed. That'd be my main thing that I've seen. A lot of companies want to be understaffed. They don't want to hire people, and so like the hiring epidemic that we had, say 2 years ago, where a lot of people were like, get a job. Now it's harder to get one, but that's not because companies don't have spots, but they just choose to not hire people. It seems like every place I go to, it's like we don't have enough people here. We don't have enough people here. But there are literally hundreds of applications being put in.
Yeah, facts.
I scroll Indeed all day and put in 400 applications. I don't get a single phone call back.
Mm-hmm.
You got to add more marketable skills.
LinkedIn is full of shit. Job to Go is full of shit. Or the person that posted this is full of shit. Someone's lying. Because there's no way you have a new listing every damn day and you're not calling anybody. So either they want to be understaffed or Indeed is lying.
Yeah, I feel like the market in general is just, it's oversaturated with applicants to the point where, like, even when I was on Indeed, I didn't look at anything that wasn't posted in the last 24 hours because at that point, hundreds of people have already applied for it.
Are you gonna call me out of all these people?
On the other end, I've been an employer on Indeed, putting it out, and you do get, I'd have to keep pausing it and unpausing it because I'd get hit with like 100 people. I'm only gonna call the first few because usually, unless they're just completely out of their element, you can find somebody good out of that.
And I know I worked at a staffing agency. I know they're not really looking at resumes. Them motherfuckers glance at that shit. They're not actively reading.
Yeah, that's why I
like, all right, let's
do one page because I'm not going to read the book of your life.
Right, you know.
Not when you want.
And then there's 30 people that apply to this one position. I got 2 spots open. I got 30 applicants. I'm not about to read all 30 resumes.
I'm stopping after like 5, and that's I might go further and trash.
And I'm gonna do that, and then 2 of the 5, and then we move on from there.
Right.
But it's just I feel like wages eventually need to come up because when there's an increase in or when there's an increase in living, you need to start paying people to be able to live, or you're gonna have more poor people.
Yeah.
So do you know where there's the highest minimum wage in all of the country?
Highest minimum wage?
Yep.
I would guess Cali at 15 an hour.
Nope.
Or New York at 15 an hour. Didn't have no idea.
It's DC at, I think it's 17.
Didn't he say the capital?
No, he said
I said New York.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, and DC.
And that's what, 17 an hour?
It's 15.75. Wait, hold on.
That's for, look up how much DC minimum wage is.
Oh, we've done my research.
I believe
17 an hour.
Minimum wage should be across the board about 15 to 16 an hour.
Maybe 17. Like it should. If DC can have it at 17 and not be a city, not be a state, it could be minimum 17 across the board. There's no reason.
Let's go. You go 17 an hour. Let's go standard 40 hours. That's $680 a week times 4. You're looking at $2,700 about a month, and then times 12. You're $32,000 a year. That's $17 an hour.
You don't think that's minimum?
Oh hell yeah, that's minimum as fuck.
Like,
Minimum.
I'm like,
Because let's see, in Houston, the medium income is $56,000 a year. You divide that shit by 12. That's $4,000, about $4,700 a month.
Yeah.
That the average person would make, right? Divide that shit.
bro, let me tell you, at that price, I'd still need a second job. Like, whatever you gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course you need a second job. But see, now when I get a second job, now I literally have no time.
Yeah, so then that's the importance of like side hustles and like it's not like passive income, because even passive income you have to put, you know, your energy.
You have to put some time and effort into it.
Yeah.
So is that where you tell your spouse, hey, look, give me 1 year or a year and a half. Let me put my head down. Let me grind it out.
Right.
To get us to where, you know, I can work only one job and we're set, like where, you know, we can live normal lives and go on so forth, right? But then they say, yeah, I'll give you a year to do that. But realistically, an entire year to do shit by yourself weighs down on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And then now one person's
a year with no distractions, and no, I have yet to live a year in my life that didn't have distraction.
Right, you know. Whereas, like, at some point you're gonna be like, you know what? No, you're off this Saturday. Why don't we spend time together? I'm off this Saturday and I want to fucking sleep because I've literally put my head down and worked 96 hours of fucking, you know. And so now there's tension at home because you have to work too, you know. And
or you got somebody who's in your face and tells you have to be up.
You know.
But yeah.
Well, it's different. You don't drive, so you gotta get your ass up.
He does have to get his ass up.
You don't drive, so when you can't drive, your ass is up. Let's go.
You get me up for everything. It's I need you up because the sun's up. I need you up because I'm up. I need you up because I seen something interesting on TikTok and I lost it and I can't find it. And now I need to show you.
I've never woken you up for TikTok.
I'm gonna say I'd kick you in your shin if you woke me up for TikTok.
I have never done that.
I would absolutely kick you.
I would deserve to be kicked. I've never done that.
I'd kick you if you woke me up because the sun was up. The fuck? Go to sleep.
I've been told the sun's out. So the sun's awake, so I'm awake, so we have to play.
But that's clearly a quote from Frozen. It's not.
That know you?
I mean, that's my personality. But I have never said those words. But yeah, I think overall, like, it's a very, I don't even know how to like word it because I'm only in my 30s, so it's not like a midlife crisis. But I really feel like I'm still out here faking it till I make it.
The average age of living is like 72. So technically, you are in the middle. You are in the middle of your life right now.
Yeah.
35. Live half of your life.
At the same
people
time.
Assume that the half of your life is 50 because they believe most people are going to live to 100. But
I would say 40, but you know.
No, most people don't live to 80.
Yeah.
So nope, not even 40. Hey Siri, what's the average life expectancy in the United States?
Here's an answer from Harvard.
77.
According to the latest
77.
In the United States, average
next
age
year is my midlife. Or this year in June.
In the middle of your life.
Yeah, 2 weeks until you at your midlife crisis. In 3 weeks, check back with her. She's at her midlife crisis.
Okay, so that even puts the heat on me even more because I've lived almost 34 years and I'm not in this place where I feel like I should be. But yeah, overall,
scissors too, by the way. So that last thing is too much.
The plastics.
But yeah, so I don't know. I just wanted to complain about the state of the fucking economy. Shit's stupid.
Yeah, eggs are expensive.
I just want free shit.
Yeah, we want reparations.
Yeah, Joe. Where the fuck you at? Where's all our free shit, Joe?
No. Joe still owe us for those fucking student loans that he promised, and he won the election off the back.
And Kamala, we ain't forget about your ass either.
Nah, what you been doing,
student loan payments are supposed to be starting back up soon.
Yeah, and Joe got elected on the promise that he could do something.
Auntie Kamala, we put your ass in there too. We waiting on these promises. You've been mighty quiet.
Bro, my auntie would have done something. My auntie would have said something. My auntie would have stopped Jill. I am very hurt. Like, the fuck? What are we supposed to do with these student loans? Like, we elected you. And you
pay them shit.
Pay
them shit.
Actually, I paid mine off. I charged mine to the game. Shout out to Monica's credit score.
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's all I had for real to bring to the table. Make sure, as always, you guys like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you check us out on Patreon, where we're still putting out exclusive content from Keeping It Real, and we'll have probably some sneak peeks and stuff into what you guys are doing in the Trap House over at
check us out on the Trap House. We dropping our newest video coming Saturday. We recently had our argument over which cartoon station, well, not cartoon, which network was the best between Nick, Disney, and Cartoon Network. Personally, I had my bias. Told Rich he was stupid, and Ty ain't here because we didn't want to hear his opinion anyway.
And this Saturday we're gonna have our console wars, so y'all already know to get ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Xbox in the house.
Check that out. But yeah, until next time and until next week, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay unapologetically black. Have a good night.
We out, y'all.